safe? All right. So our topic today is about the survival skills for the advocate. So after defining advocacy and how to make a campaign and getting out that campaign off the ground, we will speak today about three main points, which are what do we mean by survival skills? Why do we need to use those survival skills in our advocacy? And how can we use the survival skills in our advocacy efforts? So, once again, a quick reminder before starting about the skills, we need to know that while using advocacy, we must be certain of number one, while using it, we must be certain of the rightness of our codes. And number two is the power of the advocates. That's what we have studied last week, right? Still following?
Yes.
Okay, so one point of the power of the advocates is the skills of the advocates. So, to speak about the skills in this section, we will discuss the survival skills for the successful advocate. This list has been compiled from experience of many advocates, yet it is no means complete. So it varies from one person to another. Some skills can be beneficial for someone and doesn't compel to another. So what we need to know is that these skills varies from one advocate to the other. Not all of these skills may be relevant for your particular situation. However, we feel a review of them may help provide solid basis for your advocacy campaign. So once we use them, we can just help in our advocacy campaign, the one that we have studied last week. So, what do you mean by survival skills for advocacy? Can you read that, Hussein?
Yes, teacher. Advocacy survival skills are a set of general guidelines for pleading your cause and for staying in the game long enough to be successful. They have been used effectively by other things. You and your group may want to review and adapt them as you develop your strategy and tactics for community change.
So, the survival skills that your advocacy needs, or you as an advocate need, simply is a set of general guidelines for pleading your cause. So, something that will help you in order to get your campaign out for the rightness of the cause and staying in the game. The game is your campaign, the one you are advocating about, long enough in order to be successful so that you can be heard, so that you can affect that institution which is doing something harmful for you. So why do we need to use those survival skills for our advocacy or for our campaign? Simply, success depends much more than just dedicated people working for a common cause, although that's one necessary ingredient. Yet, this tool parks section talks about the golden rules, the main rules for advocacy. And that is how to be effective, and that's how to be effective in promoting your own cause while keeping your head about you, meaning that while you can fight while you can. Okay, so you take as much time as you can by using those skills, and those skills will help you to launch your campaign off the ground. How do you use the survival skills and the advocacy efforts? Simply, None of the survival skills are set in stone. They should be used to fit your situation and resources, meaning that they are flexible, varies from one person to another, and you can alter and change those skills in order to help you in your own situation and regarding, of course, to your own campaign. And also remember that they have benefited many previous advocacy groups, but are not necessarily a recipe for an instant success. So some people, while using that in and those skills in their advocacy campaign, they have completed some success. Yet it's not always for the same people. So not all the people will use the same skills so that their advocacy will be successful one. So it depends on the situation, the rightness of the cause, the power of the advocate himself, and the people whom he is working with. The important thing is to study these guidelines and use what you find useful, then get to work. So far, so good.
Yes.
So, to accentuate the positive, first keep your eyes open for positive events that happen in and around your community initiative or because of your group's work. And remember now, we're speaking beyond the campaign. Okay, so after we have made our campaign in the advocacy, standing against some institution which is making something harmful for us. So after the campaign, we will keep our eyes open for positive events that may happen around in our community in order to initiative something that can help us. When you notice something great happening, even if it's something small, recognize it publicly so that the people okay will be gathered around you. Oh, this person is taking care of our events, why not joining his campaign? Okay, thank others for their efforts, pay them public compliments. This will help motivate people to contribute in the future, knowing that you appreciate their contribution. So simply by being good to your own group and other groups and other people, so they will think of you as a good leader, as someone who really seeks the benefit of their community. Consequently, eventually they will contribute in your campaign. And being conscious about thanking people while help set you apart from other groups that only complain. So if someone is complaining, okay, I'll try to do the best for your problem. Just try to be good with him as much as possible, so that all the people will recognize you as a good person and may join you in the future. And recognizing and emphasizing your organization's values and accomplishments to the community. So we must keep public attention focused. We also communicate to other on the group's accomplishment. So far, so good.
Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. Good morning,
Yeah.
student.
Morning, Ahmed. How are you doing?
No, fine. Sorry about late. I have problem in my net. Just now fixed.
No problem, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So, once again, to speak about those survival skills, the survival skills for the advocacy are number one, the guidelines. They are what? They are considered to be the guidelines used successfully by other advocacy efforts. By using those guidelines, we will have the ability to do what? We will have the ability to achieve our campaign. Why have survival skills for the advocacy? To be effective in promoting your own cause. Again, Hussein, remember that we were speaking about beyond the campaign. After we have already initiated our campaign. So we need the campaigns to be effective. We need it to be promoted, and also we need our cause to be heard by the people so that we can affect them and make them join our campaign. So the first skill we have is accentuate the positive. The second skill is to emphasize your organization's accomplishment to the community. The third skill is plan for the small wins. Okay. Number 4 is present the issues as you want others to see them, and that's a very important point. Okay. Very important. So if we have a problem, we must let people see our problem and contribute in our problem. Yet they must contribute in that problem as we want them to see. Okay, because one problem from my point of view is not necessarily a problem from your point of view. For example, Hassim, right? So in order to tell you that this is a big problem, I need you to see it the way I am seeing it. Okay, so we must present our issues as other people see. Develop our own public identity, of course, so that other people may join our campaign. So those are the main 5 skills needed for the advocacy. After that, we have the survival skills for advocacy continuous also. We have to check our facts, keep it simple as much as possible so that everyone can understand you. We must also be passionate and persistent. Passionate meaning that never to stop, never to surrender, never to give up. You must be passionate for your own cause and the rightness of that. And also you must be persistent to continue. If you failed, come on, try again. You still can do it. We must be prepared to compromise. You must be prepared to compromise and to do the change in our community. Opportunistic and creative. Opportunistic means once you find an opportunity, take advantage of it. Okay, try to take that opportunity you can see and be creative in order to alternate that opportunity for your own favor, and by that you will be able to be a very good and excellent advocate promoting for his or her own campaign, and stay your course. Okay, stay on your course meaning that you know the rightness of your cause, stay on the track, never side away. We also have to look for the good in others. Even if someone is bad, look at the good in him and try to take out the good out of him to help you in your campaign. Keep your eyes on the prize, which is the ultimate goal, like changing the institution's mind about the problem or what harmful she is doing for our community. Make issues local and relevant. So if there is any important issue, okay, make it relevant to your campaign. Okay, see, we were telling that this institution is very bad. They are harming our society, and these issues are related to them. Get pro-based support from the start. Pro-based support, what we have spoken about, which is the number of the participant, how many one is in your campaign, and work within the experience of your own group member. If you have some people who are experienced in your group, take advantage of that experience and use it wisely in your campaign. still have to try to work outside the experiences of your opponents. So if your opponents are experienced, try something that they do not know so that you can affect the public opinion by that, and they will not be able to argue in this because they are not experienced in this thing. Make your opponents play by their own rules, and tie your advocacy group's efforts to related events, what you have spoken about, so that you can gather more group and enjoy yourself. After all, you're doing something good. Okay, so far so good.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be it for today, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.